Years ago, Dr. Omar Farooq Abdullah said something so profound, so powerful that it has resonated with me ever since. He said it may well be that the history of Islam will be one of the greatest things that ever happened on this continent. SubhanAllah, imagine what that would be like, looking back hundreds of years later to realize and to see that Islam was one of the greatest things that ever happened in this country and on this continent. We are a hopeful ummah. We are a growing ummah. We are just at the beginning, the early stages, the infancy of a possible and incredible history of Islam in America. Working with young people and young students in particular, one of the things you realize very quickly is that they often ask about the same things. They ask the same questions, no matter where you are. Something they almost always ask about without fail are the end times, the end of the world, something we call in Islamic studies ilm akhir zaman, or the science of eschatology. It's an important subject that we should learn about, but we are often preoccupied with it for the wrong reasons. Unfortunately, the prevailing attitude, the general attitude and sentiment by many Muslims is this sense of despair, doom and gloom, and this idea that we are approaching the end times. Why build when the world will end anyway? We see the signs manifest before us. Why does anything matter? Why bother? It promotes a sense of helplessness, a sense of lethargy, a lack of agency about shaping the course of our own destiny. But subhanAllah, the Prophet ﷺ taught us differently. He said to us, if the final hour is approaching, you see it coming upon you, and you have a sapling, a seed in your hand, you should plant it. How different is this from the attitude of so many in our community? That the world is about to end. Nobody's going to see the sapling grow into a tree, but we still continue the work. But what about when we don't even see the end upon us? We are just hypothesizing that it may be near. There's a powerful statement attributed to Imam Ali, karamallahu wajh, where he says, live as if you're going to die tomorrow. Live as if you're going to die tomorrow, but work as if you will live forever. We have to be prepared to meet our Maker, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, at any moment. We should live with death as a constant presence on our minds because it will allow us to live and be present in the moment that we find ourselves in. However, our work should not just be focused on the moment. We must keep working, keep pushing as if the work that we do and the things that we build will continue forever. Because the reality is, if we are engaged in the right work, it will continue on. Future generations will pick up where we left off, just as we have picked up from those who came before us. When we build masajid and organizations, when we build schools and institutions, we shouldn't plan for the short term. We should be thinking decades, if not centuries, in advance. We have a lot of work to do as a community. This world and this time is not one for us to rest. Inshallah, this is what we plan to discuss further in our next session of our weekly class, Living Islam with Purpose. We will discuss how we can make plans to live a more conscious and God-centered life. Because while we must plan for the future of our community, the future of our ummah, the future of Islamic civilization, we have to begin by planning our own lives. These classes take place every Tuesday. I hope you'll be able to join us, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.